Rick, you got a customer here.
Hey. Let's see what you got. Thanks, Kyle.
You got it, Rick.
Hi, how are you?
How you doing?
Good to meet you.
I'm on the Peary, and I relips you.
Okay. What's this?
Oh, it's a pack of potato.
Okay.
The name of the pack of potatoes right there.
Oh, wow. That's cool. So this was like from 1943?
Right.
They still make them now,
Yeah.
but they started in like the 30s.
1930s.
Right, right. What's in here?
You got the motor in there.
Oh, okay. All this goes inside
Yeah,
of this.
right.
Okay. One of the things that Rexair was very well known for was water filtration. This held water. Because the air was running through it and it ran through the water, it also purified the air. These vacuums were so good at trapping airborne dust that the military used them in World War II. They were used as standalone air purifiers on medical ships so that the wounded soldiers could breathe easier. They just set it in their room on a ship, and you're having asthma and you're really having a hard time breathing. You would turn on the switch,
right.
And then as it went in through the hose, sucking it here, it would separate the bad particles in the air, and the water from here down is trapping the particles. This is going to basically just pump out purified air nonstop, right?
Right.
Just with it turned on.
The reason why I came here, I'm hoping to work again. I work with the company.
Right.
I'm still work with them now. So I want to show people.
You want it to work.
There's too many holes in here all over.
What happened is they'd leave the water in there and it rusted out.
Right.
So they'd throw them all away because they're just disposable.
They only make up in 3 years because they're very cheap metal.
So they made them cheap enough to where they could sell thousands of them to the military.
They only made 100,000 of those. It took me 10 years to find one.
Wow.
There's only 8 left.
8 left. This is one of 8 in the world, and you want me to make it to where it works again. But this all got to be put back together, yeah?
Yeah, right.
So I'm going to have to figure out, this is going to be a huge challenge, trying to figure out how that all goes together. I'll look it up online. Is maybe on the computer, is there any kind of, no information?
There's no way. There's no way. 1945, after World War II, they got rid of it. They threw everything away.
Everything, paperwork, everything. Nothing left.
Nothing.
Here's the deal, because it's so old,
Right.
and because it's really rare,
Right.
in order to make it work again and look just brand new, I'm looking about $5 grand to make it be that. But it's gonna be 1 of 8 totally done.
Okay, great. I'll take it.
Okay?
Aye.
Okay, thanks. Let's go in the office.
Aye.
This vacuum is gonna be killer. But right now, the rest of my guys are up to their eyes in work. We might be busy, but there's no way I can pass up the opportunity to work on such a rare project. So I'm gonna make sure this thing flies through the line personally.
What's up, Dad?
Hey, you got it?
Yeah.
Good.
During the 1940s, Rexair used a wrinkle paint on this vacuum that gave it a rough texture. It's a very tricky technique, so companies rarely use it anymore. But the customer wants this all original, so we gotta figure it out.
Originally, it was covered in a wrinkle finish. So we're gonna have to make it. We're gonna have to paint it with a wrinkle black and then go over top of it with the colors that were originally done.
When you spray multiple coats of this paint over a certain time, at a certain temperature, it creates a wrinkled effect on the surface. But it's really tough to get those conditions just right.
Good. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna come back in 10 minutes and put another coat on, and then 10 minutes later you're gonna do it again. But you need to make sure that it's hot enough in here. So you need to be about 80 degrees in here to be able to have this stuff work. And then in 2 hours we'll come back and we'll see if it actually did what it was supposed to do.
So this is what it looks like. It didn't really wrinkle.
It's not as wrinkled as it needs to be at all. At all. This is a little better, but it's got like a stripe running down it. So the cans were warm the whole time.
Yeah, the cans stayed in here.
This is starting to peel right here just from touching it.
I mean, why don't you think it worked?
I think that it's so critical to finding the right temperature in the atmosphere, and it even said humidity. You know, it's too temperamental for us.
This vacuum is turning into a serious pain in my ass. But we need to make this look perfect. So Tyler's just gonna have to play with the room temperature until we get this paint to set right.
All right, Tyler, you're just gonna have to strip it all the way back down to metal and start all over again.
All right.
Right? That sucks. Bad.
While Tyler's trying to get the Rexair paint job done, I got a whole other headache to try to deal with on this project.
Having any luck, Rick?
I can't figure it out. We don't have a schematic. We don't have nothing. All we got's a bunch of parts.
Kyle and I got to piece this Rexair vacuum motor together to see if it even works. But all the parts got to go together just right, or we could totally burn out the motor.
I got the spacer and the washer here. I'm thinking that it goes like that because that's real close to the edge right there, right?
Right.
Without a schematic, this is like trying to put together a jigsaw puzzle when you don't even know what it's supposed to look like when it's done.
There we go. Okay. We're doing pretty good.
And this, now go with the top. There you go.
Okay. That's not going down enough.
Yeah, we're binding up on something.
It's a little nightmare. We gotta take it apart again.
You better get comfy, Kyle. This is gonna take a while.
I mean, I can't figure it out. This is really difficult.
Kyle and I are trying to get this Rexair vacuum up and running. But no matter what we do, we can't figure out the correct order that these parts go on. They just won't fit in a case.
No matter which way you stack these on here, you run out of room with this one.
Okay. So leave that one out, maybe?
That's what I'm thinking. This, I think, is extra.
He's been running around hoarding parts. That's the biggest problem.
Right.
That's the biggest problem.
It looks like the customer gave us some extra parts to be helpful, but we didn't realize it at first, and it actually screwed us up. Now that we've removed the extras, I'm hoping we can get it back together before I throw this thing out the window.
I'll give it a shot.
If you fire it up and it doesn't move, it could fry the brushes.
Okay.
So, you know, just sit there and just burn it out real quick.
Well, I just want to
we
give
it a
clean
little
check.
shot.
Okay.
Yeah, we give it a little shot. Joel. Oh, right on, go. Go. Awesome. That's awesome.
It's not the prettiest sound I've ever heard, but for now, I'll take it as long as it's working.
The customer never saw it running, ever. So now it's running, so we're doing pretty good. So just film it, take it apart, clean all the parts up, oil it when you're putting it back together, and do it one more time.
All right.
Great job. Awesome.
Hey, Dad.
Hey.
Joseph's here for the Rexair.
Hey.
All right.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
Hi, Joseph. How are you? How you been? You here to see the Rexair?
Yeah, right.
This thing, I can't tell you, this thing was one heck of a project to try to get done and try to get done right and make it work again. But I think you're going to love it. I can't wait to show it to you. It's over here. Come on over here.
All right. I hope we will put everything back together, make it like new.
You remember how it looked, right?
Yeah.
You remember how rusty it was and nasty it was?
Right.
It had some paint on it, but the insides was really, really rough and bent and broke and rusted. And it was in a million pieces, remember?
Yeah.
All right, so you ready? 1, 2, 3.
It looks beautiful.
All new again.
It looks very clean. When I saw it, oh, it was beautiful. Straight sharp. It looked like brand new.
All right, so what we had to do is we took this piece off, and then Ted ended up doing this new decal with that original serial number and everything on that. So he did that. In order to get the thing painted with the wrinkle finish on it, and with this tan and with the matching green, they only make black. Tyler painted some, and it was supposed to wrinkle, and it didn't. And then we actually had to redo it again in order to get this color. This piece, of course, if you remember, it had a lot of holes in it. It was just rusted out solid. First we blast it, and then we go and did all the metal work here. We used this material called all metal and sanded it just like it would have been. And the inside, we did the same. We worked hours and hours and hours in order to get this thing to where it was put back together, you know, just exactly the way it should have been. There's a lot of work inside there, believe it or not, you know. Because it's a museum piece, and I didn't want to fill it full of water. So what I just wanted to sort of show you that it's sucking, okay?
All right.
All right, here you go. All right, so here we go. You're gonna turn on this.
Before, there was nothing like this. So it comes back alive again. Make it like a brand new. It looks great.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it.
All right, good.
Thanks. All right, so let's go inside. We'll take care of some paperwork, and I'll wrap it up.
All right.
The Bevador cooler and the Rexair vacuum were two of the toughest projects I've done in a long time. But in the end, just seeing the expressions on the customers' faces made every little struggle worthwhile.